Took down her pants and did it right there in front of everybody. He's just so bored.
Got time to be quiet.
Then his grandson that was younger than her,
Aww.
he was trying to sell a horse.
He's sleeping.
This guy was there
Get a
looking
piece
at
of
the
glitter on.
horse.
Get a piece of glitter on.
He's a mean old guy, ain't he, Pa? He's a mean old devil, ain't he, Pa? The guy finally decided maybe to give me when he's talking to his lamp, talking about lamp. It wasn't exactly what Earl wanted him to say. Yeah.
I can't open it until I see you guys open it. Where's the
Oh, look at this.
Pass to King Kong.
Cute.
Cool.
I
That's
gotta
a
look
cute
at this.
baby, but who's that guy in with it?
They were the first packages
Hey.
I had, so.
I gotta sit down here and look at this cookbook.
I
Ah,
wrapped
little
them.
bugger.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, I was wondering
Hey.
that guy in there with
You
us.
might want to hide that thing. Jeez.
Greg?
Scare them.
Here. Hey, it's a good mouse catcher. Gregory.
What is that?
You're wide awake.
Gregory, you're gonna get in
Jesus.
trouble.
Look at that face. You're gonna cause wrinkles that way.
There's not even a line on my face when I do
I
that.
know. You got such young
It's called being
skin.
flaccid. This is Daniel's. You want to open Daniel's?
Go ahead.
No, I can't open Daniel's.
Okay, I gotta turn this thing off.
Can't see it.
I gotta see.
Might have to trim the picture a little more.
Yeah, look so
These guys weren't supposed to give us anything.
No,
I can
you
keep a
weren't.
picture of me.
In front of your camera.
It's what?
It's a rechargeable gift card for a movie.
Look at.
Cool.
Okay, so this is one movie.
Oh,
Is this a
smile.
movie or is this together?
Smile. You're not looking at Daddy, you're looking at the Christmas tree.
Yeah, first Christmas.
The first Christmas, Sonny.
Well, push it out. I know it's a fart, but push it out.
It's for one movie.
Look what you got, Aunt Terry.
And Terry went to Chicago and got that for you.
Uncle John got you a bowl, and I got
Put
a.
her together. I think it's just like no. It's just. It's
This
just
is a
one-
collector's
It just
item.
tells you what's in it.
Yeah.
Wait, what movie is it?
That's
cool.
That is really cool. Thanks, Terry.
And actually,
Blanket.
it's from John and the girls.
Hey, thanks. Thanks, guys.
That was nice because then you won't have to take much.
Throw it in the truck. Yep, just figured you could keep it in there.
Yeah.
Girls.
Nice.
How old are you girls?
Here. 16.
We gotta get ages
We like those.
I'm
for the youngers.
Another
12
cookbook.
again.
You're
Yeah.
12 again.
Try it tomorrow.
Remember back in the day?
Mom Genevieve.
Please.
Yeah, cool.
Trying to get a fart out.
Come on, let's go. Let's go bump the
I'm gonna
bottom.
take a nap at work.
They bumped the
Lay this out
Oh.
in the woods
You just left.
Look at Jenny.
and go on the bottom.
Danny, you'll always remember this. Your Uncle John.
Oh, those are
Look at that.
beautiful.
Oh wow.
Well, little girls.
Just.
Get yours down.
Hey, son. Look at that.
Yeah. Quite the difference, ain't it?
We have to get a picture
He's
sometime with
he
those
does
and
he's
stuff.
kind of he'll
Get
do
up
this
close so that-
and just sit there for hours just doing this.
Tactile.
Put your hand back
Little
down
maestro.
there, Greg,
Yeah.
so she can get a picture of his little hand in yours.
You probably are gonna be. Can you imagine? His hands are probably gonna be bigger.
Look at Jenica's.
What's that?
Look at Jenica's hands.
Where's Jenica? Let's go.
Her
Here you
hands
go.
are the
where
same
she
size
at.
as mine are.
Where's the
And that's
girls?
what I got the vehicle.
Jennifer.
Mandy's downstairs.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We're out.
Oh, he's out of milk.
But Jenica's hands are the same size mine are.
One thing with your guys is deal is height. You guys got height in your family. Isn't that nephew or grandson from Wyoming?
I heard
Bob's
that.
boy. He's got to be about the tallest, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I think we know
Might be
Nick
Arizona.
Is Nick?
Mike-
Here, great. Yeah, I don't know how to shut it off.
Nick is 6'4".
We're gonna say Merry Christmas to the Freilich
Merry
Brechtel.
Thanks for having us over. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Genevieve. So glad to have you. Let's see her hands. Grandpa and granddaughter.
Jenica,
This
put
is
your
my little
hand.
girl.
Put your hand with Grandpa's.
That's the.
Look at her
Oh,
little
and that's
hand
something
grew up.
you'll never forget that.
My hand's almost as big as yours, Grandpa.
You know, I never did get to know my grandfolks very much.
There's nothing wrong with that, dear. People don't.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta have hands. Without hands, it'd be life's pretty tough. Engagement ring on.
I like
Oh.
comparing
I
my
can't
hand to
get
my
you
You just eating that up, Terry.
Where's the engagement ring from?
Aunt Anne.
Oh,
You got a lot of hands, don't you?
I do have a lot
That's
of
great. Ones that love you and
Take Mary and Jesus and go to Egypt, the angel said. Go quickly, there is no time to lose. Herod is looking for the baby, and if he finds him, he will kill him for sure. Joseph woke Mary, and they crept out of the house, taking Jesus with them. Their journey to Egypt took many days, but at last they reached safety. They stayed there until an angel visited Joseph again, this time with good news. Herod was dead, and at last Mary, Joseph, and Jesus were able to go home to Nazareth.
Merry
The end.
Christmas, little one.
I tell you guys what, those kids, it was a little intimidating sitting down. You're surrounded by all those kids, but they were a lot of fun.
okay. Mom's gonna open up Daniel's present to Mom. It's Christmas morning.
Mom, you're a special blessing. The Lord is good.
We got it all. This is unedited.
Well, kid, this red outfit's not going to Aunt Cassie's.
Okay. Now we got that out of the way.
Aww, look at the keychain. Number one, Mom. Yeah.
Show us.
See?
Yep.
Says, but I'm looking at it, Dad.
Yeah.
So, Mom, you wanted to know there are so many reasons you're wished a love-filled holiday and blessed Merry Christmas. Thank you, Mom, for all you did to bring me in this world. Love, Daniel. Yes. You love me? Hmm? Hmm?
Yeah.
I love you. Thank you. Let's see what you and Dad picked out.
Let me tell you the story behind this.
Aw, the little hearts. They're pretty.
The heart has two arcs to it, Dollfest. One is of Daniel and the other one is of me to fill your heart. So you always have both of us.
My boys.
Yep.
Mhm. You're working hard to lay a turd. Yes, you are. You are working hard to lay a turd. Yes. Okay, let's get Daddy's.
Daddy's got to put the camera down for a second.
Next year, Mom will be able to get away with this.
You'll be ripping them out. This is a present from Mom and Dad to Daniel.
Mozart for baby. And Mr. Brown Bear, what do you see? Look. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Daniel? Your first Christmas. Boy, when you get it to be about 2 to 3 years old, you'll be ripping those packages open like they were nothing.
Next year, he'll be ripping them open. But he'll be more interested in the paper than he will be the pet presents for the most part next year.
Okay. Look at that, Daniel. Thank you, son. I'll keep this at my desk. Oh, you're growing up so quick. Yeah, look at that one. He's He said, Dad, show him.
Yes, it's heavy. Grandpa down got you. Okay. Oh, goodness, look at this. Look at this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is that neat? Oh, it's a big book. Grandma Deb and Grandpa Bill. Nursery rhyme treasury. Oh, all of Mama's favorite nursery rhymes. Yeah. Yeah. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill come tumbling after. Yes.
That's a real neat gift from Grandpa Bill and Grandma Deb.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow with the silver bells and cockle shells and the pretty Mitzi all, oh, and the pretty maids all in a row. Yes, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's men, horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Yes. Okay. Nope, there's more. Oh, and Grandma Deb got a good one. Look at this. This is just one that makes Mama cry. Yes, it makes Mama cry to read it.
Read it, honey.
Yes. A mother held her new baby boy and slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be. The baby grew and grew, and he grew until he was 2 years old. He ran around the house and pulled all the books off the shelves and pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, took his mother's wash and flushed it down the toilet, and sometimes Mother would say, Kid, you're driving me crazy. See? But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she'd open the door and go into his room and look over the side of the bed to see if he was really asleep. And if he was, she'd pick him up, she'd rock him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and she'd sing, I love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be. Yeah. Yeah. The little boy grew and grew and grew until he was 9 years old. He never wanted to come in for dinner, and he never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited us, he said bad words. Sometimes Mama wanted to sell him to the zoo, but boy, at night time, when he was asleep, she'd quietly go into the room. If he was really asleep, she'd pick up that boy and rock him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be. Now that boy, he grew and grew and grew until he was a teenager, and he had some strange friends, and he wore stranger clothing, and he listened to strange music, and sometimes the mother felt like she was in a zoo. Look at that. Yeah. But at nighttime, she'd open his door and go into his room. If she was really asleep, she'd pick him up and she'd rock him back and forth, and she'd sing, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be. The teenager grew until he was a man. He left home and bought a house across town. But on dark nights, the mother would get in her car and she'd drive across town. And if all lights were out, she'd go into his room and she'd pick him up and she'd rock him back and forth and say, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be. Well, that mother, as she got older and older and older, one day she called up her son and said, you'd better come see me, I'm sick. And her son came to her, and when he came in the door, she tried to sing the song, but she couldn't finish it because she was too old and too sick. So the son went to his mother, picked her up, and rocked her back and forth and sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my mommy, you'll be. When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. Went into his very new baby's room, picked him up, and slowly rocked him back and forth, and sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be."
Who's that from, Lise?
That's from Grandpa Bill, Grandma Deb, Uncle John, and Uncle Sam. Yeah. See what Grandpa and Grandma got Mom. Oh, I think they got switched around. I think that one was mine.
Hey, son, when you see this some years later, you know,
Oh, look at the Disney photo frame. Isn't that cute?
son, your mom and we've been married 13 years so far, and we waited
The little bear.
all this time to have you, son.
Oh.